Hi, my love. Okay, so we are going to be looking at your fur babies. I think I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle, obviously, because we're going to be doing animal reading. The Wisdom of the Oracle, Angel Tarot, and Angel Answers. I think those are the decks that I'm going to use for your session. Okay, so we are going to be looking at both of your kitties. We have Angelo and Baba. Now, with Angelo, I was feeling Angelo is quite the empath as far as animals having any kind of a psychic sense to him. I believe all cats do. Like, all cats are psychic in nature. But I feel like Angelo has a very empathic nature to him where he is sensing energy, emotions, moods. And I also feel like he knows what's to come, okay? Now, the other thing that I'm getting from Angelo is, I don't know how old he is, but I feel like he senses something is going to be happening. Whether it's in your, like, within you and not, or him, okay? So, that's cool. Let's use some cards. But yeah, I was feeling that I feel like he senses something is going to happen. Now, I want to say my intuition is kind of telling me that it's more so on him. Something's going to happen. And from the Angel Answers, I pulled a year from now. So like I said, I don't know how old Angelo is. If he is a rather older cat and a senior cat at that, he may be feeling something may be shifting within him, okay? Where he may be seeing kind of like, you know, those gentle parts of the last bits of his life, right? I don't know how else to say that, like, without sounding so mean, so morbid, so you know, so harsh. But I do feel like Angelo is definitely sensing something about him. There's a change that's going to be happening. It says a year from now. So a year from now could be like, you know, something big can change, can happen. A year from now could also be something pertaining to you as well. So it could also be him sensing changes within you within a year, okay? And perhaps the reason why he is so clingy and so attached to you lately is because of that. Like, he wants to, you know, protect. Like, I feel like it's more of a protector, and he wants to spend his, you know, his last moments with you. Now, I'm not saying he's gonna go and pass away now, but I am kind of saying, like, the more that he senses that something's gonna change, he probably doesn't take change very well either. And so maybe, like, his form of comfort, or to be able to comfort you, like, especially if these changes are going to be around you, perhaps that's why. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, I think he's just preparing. Ask your angels is also coming up above, next to the year from now. So asking your angels or your guides for more insight on that, these changes that might be happening, okay? The Swan Spirit is coming up saying time for a deep dive, okay? Time for a deep dive that could be going in with the spiritual, going in with self, okay? From Angelo's perspective, this is, you know, I definitely feel like Angelo senses changes within him are coming, okay? Like, he is seeing the future, right? He's preparing. He knows that his place here on earth will not be forever, obviously, and it may be coming soon, like within a year or so, you know? Obviously, we can't put a timeline on it because life doesn't work that way. Things happen. But I do feel like he senses his passing could be, you know, within a year's time or so. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself is coming up, and snake spirit, time to heal. So Angelo's giving you, I feel like this is like the essence of what happened when my cat left me. So when my cat Tigger left me, he literally passed a month before my husband proposed to me. And I always felt spiritually that Tigger leaving was like him passing the baton over to my hubby, because Tigger knew that my hubby was going to be, you know, obviously proposing, and that we were going to spend the rest of our lives together. And so I kind of took it, because I had Tigger for 20 years. I had him for 20 years. And he saw me grow up, right? So it was like, I literally felt like he energetically sensed that something was going to change. And he knew his time coming, that he wasn't going to leave me alone. He was actually passing the responsibility on to my husband now. And so I kind of see that with Angelo. Like, I feel like Angelo is attached to you, and he senses there's big changes up ahead, and that it's almost like I feel like also Angelo acts as a sponge. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced where you feel like maybe he's taking on some of your burden, or he's taking away some of your energy, like your negative energy, or your feelings, or your emotions. Like he's really kind of sucking that out of you. Because I do feel like he is a protector for you. Okay. I also feel like it ages him rather fast as well. So I don't know if you've noticed aging in him at a rapid pace, or if you've noticed that he just one moment you see him at one way, and then another he just looks so much older. I feel like also when our animals absorb our energy, it does take a toll on them as well. So I do feel like Angelo is doing a sense of healing on you, because the snake spirit coming up saying time to heal is just making me think of when snakes are healing, or when they're growing, they're shedding their skin, they're shedding layers. But in this sense, I feel like Angelo is being your healer, and he actually either heals you, like almost like if cats do Reiki, right? Like he's doing his Reiki healing onto you by being close to you. But also at the same time, it's to take stuff away from you. But it takes a toll on Angelo as well, right? It's kind of like that what give and take that the universe has. You can't just always take. You have to give something in return, right? The Empress card came up. Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. I love that the Empress card came up too for this. Angelo sees you as a very mama energy, like you taking care of him, and he respects that, but also he's giving back to you, okay? Also the Knight of Air, or the Knight of Swords, is coming up. I also see the Knight of Swords as like fearless. I see the Knight of Swords as somebody who is like you're like impulsive, and you're not thinking twice about things. You're just gonna go right in and go for it, fearless. And I feel like Angelo is kind of like instilling some of those traits within you when he's giving you healing. Like he likes to suck the doubt out of you, the unsureness, the emotions, that kind of thing. I just see him as a very healing cat for you. We have a leg up. Milk and honey, I love it. The leg up, so you see the little baby polar bear climbing on top of mama. So definitely see that, you know, he sees that as that, like, you've helped him, you've nurtured him, you've been there for him, been mama to him, and his way of giving back to you is taking care of you in your times of need. In your times of spiritual need as well, when you're weak, when you feel weak spiritually and whatnot. And then also with the milk and honey, I just see that as everything that is sweet, right? I just think that Angelo has a very nurturing, caring, Reiki healing energy to him. So if cats, like I said, if cats did Reiki healing, if they were Reiki masters, like Angelo would be that essence. I just see that with him. Really beautiful. So he's taking care of you. There's nothing too serious coming, although a year from now there could be some big shifts and changes, and he may be just kind of preparing you for that, especially if he's sensing within himself, you know, if his time is nearing. He's maybe just trying to get as much time with you as he can, because he wants to make sure he doesn't leave you with nothing. I really feel like our pets just know. And like I said, that little story about Tigger, like I feel like Tigger held out as much as he could, because towards the end he was very, very weak. And I feel like he just knew, like it was just so much of a coincidence, right? But that Tigger passed, and then like literally the month later, my hubby proposed. So things just work out that way, right? Okay, let's start on for Baba. So for Baba, we are going to see, you said that you broke up with your ex, and Baba is still with the ex right now, still living there. And that you miss Baba, but that you want to know, is she happy where she is? So let's pull cards for Baba. Now, you also showed me pictures where you catch Baba's name on license plates and stuff, and I love that. I think that that's so cute. I think it's just a reminder, honestly, like when I was looking at the pictures, I feel like Baba sends you gentle reminders to just be like, don't forget about me, or you know, I just because I'm not with you doesn't mean that I'm not watching over you, kind of a thing. So I love that. Let's see. So Baba's energy. Ooh. So Baba's encouraging you to not stop, okay? Don't stop with something. If there's something that you're doing in life, don't stop, okay? The other thing is within the next few months. So if there's, if you're seeking something, if you're waiting for something to happen, if you're looking for an answer, Baba's showing within the next few months, okay? Scarab Beetle is coming up. Magic works through you. Okay, Baba's a very magical cat, especially when you were showing me like how she will send you, you know, like her name and stuff, thoughts that she's with you and whatnot. I feel like she just kind of does it just as a gentle reminder that, yes, I'm not here with you physically, but I am here spiritually. But I also feel like Baba is definitely a magical cat. I also feel like Baba is definitely happy with where she's at, because she feels like there's work that needs to be done with the ex, okay? So if there's something that she's working with him to help him, okay? That's why I also feel like your other cat, Angelo, has been so stuck on you, because I feel like he knows what you need. Baba knows kind of what the ex needs, and it's obviously that Baba experienced mom and dad breaking up, right? So that's kind of like the sense from the cat's perspective. But she's definitely doing her own work, her magic work with him, okay? The parrot spirit, watch your words. Really, really funny, because I feel like Baba does send you messages through words, obviously, like when you see Baba's name popping up on the license plates and stuff. But she's also sending the parrot message to you with watching the way you speak, watching the words, the kind of words. Are you being nice to yourself kind of words? Are you being more negative in the way you're talking versus being positive, that kind of stuff. We have the mouse spirit. Tend to the small things. Don't worry about the big stuff, is what Baba is saying. You know, put your energy towards the small things. Don't worry so much on all of the big stuff. And then the giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. See? So when you're focusing on the minor details, I feel like the bigger picture kind of stands out more, when rather than being too focused on the future and the bigger, like the end result, we kind of lose sight on the present. So I feel like with Baba's nature, Baba has such a gentle, almost like still kitten-like, even though Baba's not a kitten anymore. But very like youthful, like kind of like the Fool spirit. Like if you're thinking of the tarot cards, the Fool. I kind of see Baba as that energy, very like curious and wanting to explore, and you know, very pure at heart and just very positive, right? And so that's the kind of energy I'm sensing with Baba. Whereas Angelo had more of a like a hermit kind of a nature. So Baba is showing we have 6 of Fire, 6 of Wands, which is lots of successes. It's a lot of support. Okay, so I feel like that kind of answers one question there that you were asking about, is she happy? Like, I know you miss her and whatnot, but is she happy? Yes, she's happy. She's also doing her work. She's doing her cat magic, right? Like her energy work with the ex. There's stuff going on with him that she's helping him through. Three of Earth. I see Three of Earth is kind of like rebuilding and restructuring. So that's kind of why I'm saying, like, I feel like she's helping him through stuff. I think that, you know, maybe he won't admit to it, but he does need that support from her. Pets are very, like, we rely on them so much. And we also take our pets for granted, but when they're not there is when we notice that they're absent, right? And so that's probably why you're feeling the way you feel. But she's definitely doing her work with him. The Magician, I like the Magician. I think the Magician, like I said, is magic. I feel like Baba does have magic. She's very magical. She's very, like, you know, she knows what she's doing. She's working her little kitty magic with the ex right now. It's a very necessary thing. Like, there's a reason why you felt it was best that Baba stays with him, okay? Trust that instinct that you had, you know? You're not doing anything wrong by leaving her with him. There was a reason why you felt it. It's most likely because he needed them. He needed Baba. There's the same card, a leg up. Okay, so just like Angelo is working with you, Baba's doing the same thing with your ex. Okay, imagine. I like that. So Baba's kind of saying, like, you know, imagine, use your imagination to connect. Baba connects with you. She does these little subtle reminders for you to remember her, to remember that she's still there with you. You can always get her back. We have mending. You can always get her back. But I feel like, as far as you know, like, I feel like energetically, if you were to really tap in, you would know for yourself too, that this is probably the best time and space for her right now to be with him. But when you feel like that's over, I feel like Baba will definitely send you a message where you'll get it, because you're really good at getting those messages, like I said, through those license plates and stuff that you see. You will definitely start to feel the messages Baba's sending you are different, where you know, okay, it's time that I need to take her back, right? Or maybe something will magically happen within the next few months where that opportunity will take place, okay? But in the meantime, I do feel like she is definitely doing her work with him. So just let her have that. And plus, she has a very youthy feel. Like I said, she has like that full energy I'm sensing. And so she may be a little bit too much for Angelo. And during Angelo's time, especially if I feel like within a year's time frame, if there's something big that may take place, or Angelo's passing some time within that time frame, I'm not saying that will happen for sure, but that's just what came to me. That time with him is probably better to spend with him only and not have the distraction of the other cat. Okay, so you have to kind of see the silver lining in that. I know it sucks because we miss our babies, but at the same time, it might be better for Angelo as well to have like that peaceful state, peace and quiet before, you know, you bring the hyper cat, you know what I mean? So hopefully this helps, my love. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for being patient while I get this out. I wish you a wonderful week and a beautiful weekend, and I will see you in a few days when we take our little course together. I'm so excited. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye, my love.